Well, the downtown line will transition to a new rail financing framework from January, which will see the government cushioning losses suffered. This will reduce commercial volatility for operator SBS Transit, which is seeing falling ridership amid the pandemic. The Land Transport Authority says under this version of the new rail financing framework, the government co-shares fare revenue shortfall if ridership falls below projections. Conversely, if profits outperform expectations, the operator will pay a higher license charge. Well, the move comes after review by LTA and SBS Transit to recalibrate risks borne by both parties. Well, operator says the new framework is more sustainable in light of potentially significant shifts in ridership patterns as more work from home. LTA will issue a consolidated rail license to SBS Transit, which also runs the Northeast Line and Sengkang Punggol LRT, and this will last for a period of 11 years. The operator will hand over its rail advertising business to LTA from 2024. The downtown line is the only line that's currently under the original version of the financing framework.
COVID-19 certainly has been, you might say, the nail in the coffin for ridership in the DTL. But even before COVID-19, basic problem is the projections for ridership that we initially had for the DTL, and these projections are what the operators were basing their tenders on. That ridership never really materialized, and I think because of that, it's just been very difficult to run the DTL.
5 existing bus contracts operated by SBS Transit will also be extended by an average of 3 years under the agreement with LTA. The service fee for these contracts will be benchmarked against recent bus tenders and lower than current rates from September next year. Well, the downtown line was the first to come under what's called the new rail financing framework, or NRFF, in 2011. Under the first version of this model, the operator, in this case SBS Transit, collects the fare revenue paid by commuters. It then pays the government a fixed fee for using assets like the trains. There's no mechanism for co-sharing of risk here. So this means the operator bears losses if fare revenue drops. The second version of the NRFF reduces this volatility. Profit margins of rail operators are capped at about 5%. The operator and LTA will co-share fare revenue shortfalls, and when the profit margin falls below 3.5%, it will pay a higher license charge if profits outperform expectations. Including a downtown line, 5 rail lines will be on version 2. Singapore's newest Thomson East Coast Line runs on version 3 of the NRFF, and the government collects all fare revenue, bears all revenue risk, and grants the operator a fee to run the line. And once ridership stabilizes, the line will be moved to version 2.